The GivEnergy app, available on both iOS and Android, is a great way to monitor your system's performance remotely anytime, anywhere. On completion of installation, you will be provided with a username and password for the GivEnergy app. This allows you to monitor your panels and battery input and output remotely anytime, anywhere. Once logged in, you will see the home screen page for your system. This is the central hub for all the data from your system. The flow diagram shows the input, output, and consumption via your inverter. The flow diagram has 4 core icons. The solar panel icon shows us how much power is being generated at this moment of time. The home icon in the center indicates how much energy is being consumed by your household. The battery icon indicates how much energy is currently being stored and shows if your battery is charging or discharging. And the grid icon indicates how much energy you import or export to the grid. By looking at the flow diagram, we can see the kilowatt input and output of your household. For example, we can see our household is demanding 2.35 kilowatts of energy. 465 watts are coming from our solar panels, 1.87 kilowatts are coming from the stored energy of our battery system, and we are pulling 18 watts from the grid. By clicking on any of the icons, we see the breakdown of where the energy is being imported and exported to. For example, if we click on the grid icon, we can see the energy that is being imported and used by our household and how much energy is being sent straight to our battery. And if we go into the exported tab, we can see how much energy we are putting back into the grid. Below our flow diagram, we can see the percentage of our battery storage. At the bottom of the screen, we can see 4 menu icons. The home icon on the left is our home dashboard page. The second icon is for our power graph page, followed by our energy graph, and lastly is the battery graph page. If we go into our power graph page, the graph at the top of the screen shows us the generation, consumption, battery charge, and discharge of our entire system. We can view this data in a range of timescales going from the last hour to the last 24 hours. We can also go back and check data from previous dates in the system's history. By removing icons below the graph, we can focus on the performance of just one part of the system. If we go to the Energy tab at the bottom of our screen, the graph at the top of our screens shows us how we are using the energy produced and consumed from each part of the system. We can view this in daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly timescales. We can also see this information the total time the system has been in use. By clicking on an icon below the grid, we can view this data by a dedicated part of the system. This includes household consumption, solar panel generation, battery charge and discharge, grid, importing and exporting. Finally, if we go the Battery tab at the bottom of the screen, we can view the current status of the battery, whether it is charging or discharging. And we can view a graph that tells us the battery percentage over timescales from the last hour to the last 24 hours. We can also compare this to previous dates. For any additional questions or queries, get in touch with the Solar Service Solutions team today at info@solarservice.co.uk or give us a call at 0330 124 2941.